diplomado. So that has been taking all of my time and all of my energy. But well, I'm grateful because this coming December, I finish the career. You know, all the things regarding the academic stuff. So just for that, I'm quite you know happy because there comes a time in when you are studying that you feel like bogged down, stressed, you feel drained and very tired. But when you are just reaching your goal, you feel like you feel better, right? So now that I'm this point in my life, I feel like pretty grateful for it. So my basically my weekend has been about working and studying, but it has been a blessed one. So I thank God for that. It's you have your week off, tutor.
My apologies about that. Okay, yeah, well, congratulations, man. That's so glad to hear that you are achieving your goals for such a long uh period of studying now. Which one out of these credits are you selecting?
Um, Diplomado de profundización. Yeah, that
Ah,
one.
nice. I got a question for you because I gotta do the same thing as well, and I was thinking about the first option you see here, créditos de posgrado.
Yeah.
So if I take one of the subjects, or one of the credits that allows me to graduate, for how long should I be studying? I mean, for 3 months, 6 months, like a regular semester, or
Well, I think that for créditos de posgrado, postgraduate credits, you take, well, I'm not quite sure, but I think that it's more than one period, more than one semester. Yeah, at least one semester or just two. Sometimes I heard about it, but I can't remember right now. But I can tell you about the option that I'm currently going through, which is Diplomado de Profundización. That is only one period, but as I got ahead of my subjects, I'm currently developing the Diplomado along with my last subjects in the period number 10th, right? So I just
no?
try to do this all this stuff during the 10th periods that we normally have.
Well, that's quite interesting. Very good information you're bringing here, my friend. Thank you so much. Because I don't, you see, I'm
Hey guys.
91.25% to finish up my courses, and I was trying to select here. You see this one, right?
Yeah.
Postgraduate credits, and I was thinking like taking one of these, but if I take
All
one
right.
of
Well,
these, it's just semester, right?
well, no. Now that you click on that it says specialization, and well, that takes more than one. I think that for your specialization, that would be at least 1 year, 2 periods. I think so. I'm not quite sure. You would have to check on your SEAT or your SECAP, but I
Pero,
think that is at least 1 year.
pero te gradúas solamente con 10 créditos de especialización, entonces no tienes que cursar la especialización completa para como el requisito de grado.
Ah, eso está muy interesante. Eso está muy interesante. Ok, bueno, yo creo que me voy con eso, créditos de posgrado, el próximo semestre. ¿Y es como una materia cualquiera o es, qué saben ustedes?
Well,
It's like a,
maybe
it's like a
Eliani. Yeah.
regular course, like,
Well, maybe Eliani can provide you more information about it.
No, I just have heard about that because a month ago I was searching about it, but I just remember that you just need los 10 créditos de especialización, which are like 3 subjects, like como 3, 4 materias, and that's it. And then, o sea, lo chévere es que tú puedes continuar haciendo la especialización ya partiendo de eso, ¿sí? De lo que ya has visto, pero no es necesario cursarlo completamente.
Ah, ok. Y yo solamente tengo eso. Si yo tomo eso, no necesito más hacer otras materias extras. O sea, solamente con los créditos de eso me valen un solo semestre. O tengo que acompañarlo con otras materias más, que ya no tengo más materias que cursar.
Ah, eso sí, no sabría.
Ok, voy a ver con quién me consigo esa información. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for that information. Now let's get into the class, okay? I brought here for you some exercises and just to start the class. And this one is gonna be a class based on reading, okay? You're gonna find something that says here writing, but I made a mistake. It's reading. So we're gonna read a lot in this class, and we're gonna go through some tips, examples, and exercises. But before we start with the actual exercises for the Cambridge English placement test, let's try to play a little game just to practice some vocabulary here, I guess, and just to have some fun. You remember previous class I went through some instructions with this one. These are columns, vertical, right? Column 1, column 2, column 3. And these horizontal are rows, okay? Row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, and row 5. So if you select one of these cards, you say to me, Diego, I want number 1 row. So this is number 1 row with number 2 column. So number 1 row with number 2 column would be this one, right? You get it?
Yes, we got it.
Yeah.
All right. So what about if we start with the ladies? What about if we start with Eliani or Natalie? Just pick up 1 row and 1 column and I'll select it for you.
Well, I want to see row 3, column
Row
4.
3. Column 4. Okay. Let me see. What does it say?
Allowing.
Allowing. And what is allowing?
Like, da permiso? Like,
Very good.
I don't know.
Congratulations. That's very good. Very good. You just gave an explanation of what is allowing. It's permitir, right? All right. Let's continue with Mrs. Natalie, if possible.
Okay, so let me see.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You
Row.
have to select another one. I'm sorry, Eliani. You have to select another one. Yes, because it's two.
Yeah, it's to mix, to como que unir.
Two selections exactly to see if they match. This is a matching game.
Oh, it's a match. Okay. Um, the first picture, row 1 and
Row 1.
um
Which
and
column?
column 1.
Column 1.
1.
All right. About and allowing. Okay. Now, I'm sorry, Natalie, it's your turn.
Okay, so row 3,
Row 3.
column 1,
Column 1.
column 1.
Poison. What is poison?
I don't know, like a bad drink.
That's a
Like a
very good explanation of what a poison is. Exactly. It's something that is not good for your body. It's like
Mhm.
yeah, like something you take that is gonna hurt you. Something that is gonna hurt you. Very good. Okay, select another one, please.
And another one can be road 4
Row
and the
4.
column 2.
Column 2. Complain. What is a complaint?
No, I don't know.
Complaint is like when you say something about something you bought
You
or
dislike?
something, or yeah, you dislike a product, for example, so you put a complaint, or you just simply, yeah, you're just arguing against something. That is a complaint. Okay, very good. So complaint and poison, very good. Next one, please. Mrs. Oh, sorry, Mrs. Eliani. Oh, okay. Ephraim, please pick up two. One row and one column.
Okay, the row is number 5 and the column is 4.
Row 5, column 4.
Yeah.
Repaid. My friend, what is repaid?
When you pet something twice, yeah. A repetition of
Yeah,
an action.
very, man, you're good. That's very good. Okay, select another one.
And row 2, column 4.
Row 2, column 4. Approached. And what is approached?
Well, approached in this case is the past of the verb approach. That means to get close to something or to someone. And in education, it can also mean that it's like an overview of a topic or like a methodology that you follow to deliver certain task.
That's very good. Very good. A good explanation of what approach is. All right, let's continue with Eliani, please. Pick up two. Oops.
Well,
Just
row 3,
row
column
3,
7.
column 7. Towel. What is a towel?
A towel, well, is what we used to to be dry after
Very good.
we,
Yeah,
we
something.
take a shower.
Exactly. It's a piece of cloth you use to dry yourself after a shower. Very good. Pick up another one, madam, please.
Row 4, column 4.
Row 4, column 4. Enjoys. Towel enjoys. Give me an example using enjoys.
I enjoy learning new things, and I really like to do that.
Very good. That's a good employment of enjoy. And enjoys is on third person. So how would you use it in third person?
She enjoys playing the piano.
That's very good. Congratulations. Now, Natalie, please. Juan Esteban is a friend of mine. He's just an observer. He cannot talk, so I'm not asking him to participate right now, okay? But Juan Esteban is a friend of mine. I just asked him to be here and monitor some stuff here if I had a technical problem or something. Okay, so don't pay attention to Juan Esteban. Natalie, please.
Okay. So please, road 2, column 2.
Row 2, column 2. Wait, let's try it again. Repaid.
Okay. Maybe. Okay. I think that is with a column 4 and the road 4 or 5. I don't know, maybe 5.
Yeah,
Let's
5.
see. Towel.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
you
Oh
got a
my
towel
goodness,
here.
I think it como que cargó de nuevo.
You think so?
Huh?
I think it changed.
Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, it doesn't matter. We'll do as far as we can. Okay, we'll do as far as we
Okay.
can. Okay. Yeah, and it was my mistake because he didn't want to like ah, but okay. So my internet right now is not working properly, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Let's try. Let's give it a try. Let's give it a try. If we can find a few, we'll manage with that. Efrain, please select two.
All right. Row 5 and column 4.
Column 4. Uy, what am I doing here? Okay. Row 5, column 4. Repeat. Okay. Repeat. Okay. Let's continue with Natalie, please. I'm sorry, Eliani.
Volume 2, row 2.
Two. Brief. Select another one, please.
Volume 2, row 4.
Allowing. Okay. Natalie.
Well, it can be road 1, column 1.
Remain. All right. Let's continue with Ephraim, please.
Uh, column 1, row 2.
Two. Towel. Select another one, please.
I think that I had seen Toggle before. Well, if I'm not wrong, it's row number 4 and column number 5.
Able.
Uh,
Okay, let's continue with Eliani, please. I'm sorry. Yeah, Eliani, right? Yeah, Eliani.
Well, I wanna see the first row, volume 5.
Enjoys. Pick up another one, please.
And row 3, volume 6.
Poison. Now let's continue with Natalie.
The same column, road 1 and road 2.
Castle complain. Ephraim.
Row 3, column 3.
About another one.
Row 4, column 4.
Unreal. Eliani.
Row 2, the last column.
Row 2, last column. Pretteen. Next one.
And row 4, the last column.
Row 4, last column. Explain. This one is getting harder, right? It's hard enough, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
I think
It's
that
hard.
no one has the spot. No one has nailed the spot.
Okay, who's next? Natalie, right? Let's try. I don't know. I'll give you a clue. Why don't you try to select what's on the corners, and then you start approaching to the center.
Okay, so we have road 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, yes, 8. And the column 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, the
How?
column 8. Oh, that one is, I don't know. Maybe with a column 7, road 3.
Able. So you got a towel here. Next one. I
Hello,
saw a towel
teacher.
here.
Hello, hello.
Yes, sir.
What's going on?
Juan Pablo, how are you? We're trying to figure out
Fine,
this
teacher. Yes,
this
teacher.
this match game, which it appeared
Yes.
to be a real problem.
I
we
really
have
love.
a towel here, and we saw a towel
Yeah.
around here, but I don't remember.
Okay, okay. Give me the column 4.
Column 4,
Yeah, and row 2, maybe.
row 2. Unreal. Oi! There was another Unreal
Mm,
round, right? Gotta take a picture of that one.
okay, column 7.
Column 7,
Yeah. Row 3, maybe.
Able.
Okay.
Okay, who's next? Natalie or Ephraim?
Me.
Okay, Ephraim, go ahead. No,
So now you're going. No, please flip. And row. Row is the horizontal, right?
this one is row, horizontal.
Okay. So now I want you to go to column number 4 and row number 4 as well.
Unreal.
Yeah. And now go to column uh, column number 4 and the row is number 2.
Haha,
Yeah,
finally.
finally.
Very good. Very good.
I can die in
Very
peace
good.
right now.
Yeah. What about if we make an adjustment to this one? Since it's so hard, if you find at least one pair you finish up the game. Okay? So Natalie, Eliani, and Juan Pablo are still required to find a pair, find a match.
Okay.
So who's
We
next?
continue.
Eliani,
Who is next?
Natalie.
Okay, I can say, I don't know, I didn't remember well, but we are going to check the column 8 and row 2.
Column 8, row 2. Preteen.
Okay, and 8, column 8 and row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5.
Towel.
Oh, that was my last.
It's okay. Let's try to find another one.
So, I want to see column 5, row 3.
Column 5, row 3. Poison.
And column 2, row 3, maybe.
Reading.
Which one? What?
That was reading.
Reading. Okay.
Okay. And poison. That's what you got. Okay, next one. Who's next? Natalie or Eliani?
I think me. Okay, column 1, row 2.
Oh, you got a towel. You remember there's a towel over.
Okay, so column 8 and row 5.
Ah, you match it. You match it. You have a match. Very good. Another one bites the dust. You made it. So Ephraim and Natalie, right? You're okay. You're okay with this one. Oh, Javier, we got Javier as well. So we still got 3 more fellas helping us here to find a match. If you might find a match, you finish up the game. So who's next? Juan Pablo?
Okay, teacher. Well, give me the column 1, row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5.
Column 1. Pre-soak.
Volume 3, row 5.
Remain. Who's next? Eliani or Javier?
Javier is next.
Javier,
Good afternoon.
how are you, my friend? How's it going? Nice to have you here. Pick up
Okay,
2.
maybe, yeah. The column 4,
Column
the row
4.
3, row 3.
Row 3. Approach.
Mm. The column 7, and the row 5.
Column 7, row 5, preteen. Ay, ay, ay.
Uy,
That's,
yeah,
yeah,
I
that's
I know
around.
this. Yeah.
Okay, who's next?
Okay. Column 8, row 2,
Ay, preteen.
and column 7, row 5.
Row 1,
5,
this one? Are you sure?
5, 5.
5. There you go. You made a match. You match it. So you achieved the goal. So we still have Javier and Juan Pablo to find their match, and that's it. Who wants to go first? Juan or Javier? Ay.
Juan Pablo,
Okay.
it's your turn.
Yeah. Thank you. Give me the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then column 8, row 4,
Explain.
and the column 5, row 5.
5, row 5. Detail.
But
I'm
is
sorry, it was this one, right? Yeah.
yeah,
Allowing. I'm sorry.
yeah.
Okay.
Hey, my turn is maybe the column 3,
Column
row
3,
5. Yeah, row 5.
row 5.
Yeah.
Remain.
The column 7, 7, and the 4 row.
Repay.
Okay.
Column 2, row 1, maybe.
Repeats.
Column 6, row 1.
Castle.
The column 2, row 3.
Reading.
The column 5, row 4.
Able. There is an able around here, I think so, right? Remember?
Sorry, column 3, row 5.
Remain.
Oh my God, where was remain?
Ah.
Column 1, row 4.
Detail.
Oh,
Ah. South.
The column 7, the row 3.
Able.
And the column 5, the row. The 4 row.
Able. Ah, very good. Very good. So who found it? It was Javier, right? Or it was Juan Pablo?
oh yeah.
Javier, miss.
Okay, so Juan Pablo, you still have to
Teacher,
find your.
I give up. I give up.
You give up? Okay, so he
Yeah,
failed the
continue.
game. He failed.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So that was our warm up for today. And now let's get to the action here, my dears. So we're gonna start talking about
In this video, I'm going to give you lots
some tips on how to do the reading, because we're talking about the Cambridge test, the CAE, in relation to reading. So let's see what this guy
of
can
tips,
say.
millions of
Let's see what this guy can say in relation to tips about reading. I brought two videos with tips for this class. This one is the first one because this one is focused on that one in particular, the Cambridge English test. And the other one is not actually in relation to the test, but in relation to how to speed reading, because we're timed in relation to reading, to the reading part of the test. So we have to be really accurate and fast when we read. So let's see the recommendations this guy has to give us, and later on we'll see the other recommendations about speed reading. Okay, let's take a look.
tips on how to get the best possible score in the reading part of the Cambridge exams. So we're looking at the first certificate, the Cambridge Advanced and the Cambridge Proficiency. I should always remember to call them by their new names, which is the B2 First, C1 Advanced and the C2 Proficiency. This video is part of a series of videos that I'm making to help people with the Cambridge exams. So I recommend you watch my previous videos and that you subscribe to this channel so you don't miss future videos that I'm going to be making about the Cambridge exam and other subjects I talk about that may help you with your English. So let's do this. Now, before we look at the individual parts of the reading paper, I want to give you 5 important general tips which are really worth emphasizing. The first one you will know if you watched my previous video on how to get the best score in the use of English, is that you need to leave yourself as much time as possible for the reading part of this paper. As you know now, the use of English and reading are in the same paper, so time management is extremely important. So you need to do the use of English in maximum 30 minutes, preferably 25 if possible, to leave yourself as much time, 1 hour at least, for the reading. There's a lot of reading to do. The second tip is start with part 5. Again, when you receive the exam paper, you'll see parts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 if it's the advanced. I recommend you start with
Okay, right now he's talking about part 5, but in the test we're gonna be practicing with is the last part. Actually, it's part 6. So what he's telling about is the part with the paragraphs. Okay, let's continue listening to him, because this is good. And you see how he emphasizes in the importance of managing time. That's why I'm gonna give you some tips in relation to speed reading. Okay.
part 5, which is really the reading paper, and then do the use of English, which are parts 1, 2, 3 and 4 at the end. In fact, I would recommend you do it in this order. So 5, 6, 7, 8 if you're doing the advanced. The first and proficiency don't have 4 parts of the reading. And then you go back and do it 4, 3, 2, 1 for the use of English. Why? You may be asking. Well, it's possible you will run out of time. Time is very limited in this paper. So it's better to finish on the multiple choice in the use of English. You can do that quickly. If you're running out of time and you have a lot of text to read, it's very difficult to do that quickly. The third general tip I'll give you is that you have to prepare by reading. I know many people don't read much these days, but it doesn't necessarily have to be books, big books. Just read anything and everything. Articles that you're interested in on the internet, magazines, anything, but you need to get a habit of reading. It's really the best way to prepare. Number 4 is you need to realize that there will be vocabulary you don't know in the reading part of the exam. And that's fine, don't worry. That's deliberate. They don't expect you to understand every word. It's not a test of your vocabulary necessarily. It's a test of your comprehension. So don't panic if you don't understand all the words, that's normal. And the last quick tip is, in each part of the reading paper, it's very important to read the instructions, because they will often give you a lot of information. In each part, the instructions start, you are going to read about, etc., etc. And that's preparing you for what you are going to read. So in this case, it's important to read that. And the title. Pay attention to the title of the text. Again, it prepares you for what you're going to read. It gives you an idea. Okay, let's go into some detail on how to do each part of the reading. So the first part of the reading is part 5 of the exam, and it's multiple choice. And as you can see, there is a lot of text. So I would recommend that you read the text relatively quickly, but at the same time try to absorb what you are reading. So that's where the practice comes in handy. Really read as much as possible so you get the habit of reading more quickly, but understanding what you're reading and absorbing the idea of the text. Now the question order in this part coincides with the paragraphs. So the first question often relates to the first paragraph, the second question to the second paragraph, etc. Maybe there'll be an extra paragraph with no question, but it goes in that order. Except sometimes the last question, question 6, which is often just a general comprehension question about the text overall. These questions will be trying to trick you. They'll make you think you know an answer, but it's not really the correct answer. But you've seen a word that looks like a synonym to the word in one of the options. But be very, very careful. You need to always think twice and check your answers. So that's the way you need to think when you're doing this part of the exam. You need to find the exact answer, not just something which sounds right or could be right. No, you need to identify words and phrases which really answer the question.
Okay, so so far we've seen the tips that, again, he emphasizes in the importance of managing time. The other thing, quite important, is don't pay attention to crazy vocabulary that you're gonna find along the reading, because it, as he mentioned, it is deliberate. But and we already know, because we already have some experience, a lot of experience in some cases, that just the entire text gives the meaning of the word, that word that we don't know what it is. The significance and the meaning of that word is given by the text around that word. So just make sense out of it. As I mentioned before, all these tests are based on that common sense. Let's continue listening. It's just 2 more minutes, 5 more minutes, and that's it.
Okay, let's go on to the next part of the reading. Okay, this is part 6 in the Cambridge Advanced, the C1 Advanced, but it doesn't exist in the first certificate, the B1 first, the B2 first, or the proficiency. So if you're preparing for those exams, then you can skip to the next part. And in this part, you will see 4 texts from 4 different writers on the same topic, and you need to compare their opinions. Okay, so read the text relatively quickly as before, but then read the questions very carefully, because the questions here are equally as important as the text, and they can be confusing. So it's very important to understand the questions as well as possible. And you may need to read the text a number of times, because you're going to be cross-referencing what the different writers have said to find the answer. And that's fine. Just keep going back to each paragraph and try to really get an idea of what the opinion of each writer is. So now part 7, or part 6 for the first and proficiency. Now here you have a long text with 6 paragraphs removed. 7 in the proficiency. 7 paragraphs are removed in the proficiency. and you need to put those paragraphs into the correct gaps. But there is one extra paragraph, which makes this a lot more difficult, of course. So what's the best way to do this part? Well, again, I recommend you read the whole text and then read all the paragraphs, the extra paragraphs, and then go back and look at the text in more detail, but focusing on the last line of the previous paragraph to the gap and the first line to the following paragraph to the gap. And look for keywords which can help you find the best paragraph to fill the gap. And then read the text, that part of the text again with the last line of the previous paragraph and the first line of the following paragraph, and just check it all makes sense grammatically and logically, chronologically, that it all flows. And when I mention the keywords, what kind of keywords? Well, often pronouns. If you see the pronoun he, she, it, they, etc., then those pronouns are referring to something or somebody. So you need to check in the paragraph, what are they referring to, or who are they referring to? And then you can see that it flows naturally, that it all makes sense. But other keywords could be linking words like however, therefore, as a consequence, words like before, after, later. All of those words can give you a lot of clues of where the paragraphs fit into the rest of the text. This part of the exam benefits from a lot of practice, as all of the exam really, but this part in particular, the more you practice, the more you get this habit of identifying which words are more important, which are the key words. Now let's look at part 8, or part 7 for the first under proficiency, and this is multiple matching. So here you need to match 4 to 6 short texts to 10 questions. And there are two options for the method you want to use to answer this part of the exam. You can read the 10 questions first and then look at the texts, which is what Cambridge want you to do. That's why they put the questions first. But you can also read the text first and then go back to look at the questions. You need to practice and find what's best for you, because different students, in my experience, have different preferences, and it really depends on the student. So here you need to look for synonyms, because you're trying to identify similar ideas in the text, but they may not be literal synonyms. They may not be synonyms by a definition of the word, but maybe synonyms in the context. Also look out for negatives. Sometimes in the question there'll be a negative and it's not clear in the text if it's a negative or a positive, because the word that makes it negative may come earlier in the sentence. So it's really focusing and paying attention. Now, as I said, the key words are very important here, the synonyms. In some cases you may not know the key words, and that's a problem because they're key words, they're important. But try not to worry. You need to use your common sense, use the context, and to make an educated guess. You've probably been studying English for a long time now, so you should have some kind of instinct. You should be able to guess what the meaning of some words are from the context and from your common sense. So again, don't panic. Stay focused all through this part of the exam. It's very important to be focused all the time. Okay, as always, let me know in.
Okay, so you can see what he's recommending here. Keywords are important. So if you find synonymous or something, that word that relates to another one in the question and in the paragraph, so pay attention to that. And the other super tip here is that we have to get used to reading, which is, I know we have to read a lot because we're in college right now and it demands a lot of reading out of us, but most of the times we don't know how to read. We just look for something specific and read, and yeah, I like this and like that, and add some references, and that's it. But in this case, you really have to make an effort to read, and read the most efficient way you can. Okay, so I brought to you for the next part of this one is the Cambridge test, which is a practice test Give me a second. Here. So Cambridge English placement test, and this is the official page. I've shown this before. Cambridge English.org, and in here you have a free online demo. So let's give it a try. Let's give it a try. Let's try to play with this one, and let's try to answer it as a group. Okay. We're not gonna go just through the reading section, but we're also gonna cover the rest of the exam, just to practice a little bit, okay? Because this demo is kind of short, okay? So Cambridge English placement test, you have 1, 2, 3 here. So these are the instructions for the sound. You put a headset on, or headphones. Put on your headphones and click play sound, right?
Please change the volume using the volume settings on your device.
So you
Click
adjust.
on the arrow at the bottom of the screen when you are happy with the sound.
So here is the arrow. If you are happy enough, let's add a little bit more volume to this. Increase the volume. That's it. And I play it again.
Please change the volume
Yeah.
using the volume set.
It's good
Please
enough.
change the volume
So,
using the volume settings
press
on
the
your
arrow.
device.
Next one. I'm gonna ask for someone to read here, please.
I want to read.
Yes, go ahead, madam. Please do it.
Placement test. This is an adaptive test. As you work through the test, the computer checks your answer, then chooses suitable tasks to match your level of knowledge. Try to answer as many questions as you can, because you may not get the report if you don't answer enough questions. There are two parts to the test: listening and reading. In the listening part of the test, you will have time to read the questions. The audio will begin with the reading time when the reading time is finished. You will hear the audio twice. Click the forward arrow in the bottom right.
This one, right? Okay, so the progress indicator at the bottom of the screen will show you how much of the test have been completed. Okay, so start to continue. You know, I don't know. I'll ask you a question here. You want to see the speed reading exercise before we start with this test, or you want to try the test and we'll see the speed reading exercise? I'm sorry, video. It's a video with recommendations. Because if you see it, you might be able to apply some of the recommendations this guy, and it's very short. You want to try the speed reading tutorial first before we start the test?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's take a look at it. It's really short. I just saw it and I think it was nice. And yeah, because you might be.
Is your bookshelf full?
You might be able to apply these recommendations, because I'll tell you something. Speed reading is important not just for the test. It's important for your work, for everything. So it might not be the greatest way of reading, but it helps you out in cases like this. So let's pay attention. Let's pay attention to this video recommendation, and then we'll see if we are able to apply it through.
Is your bookshelf full of books that you have never read because you don't have the time? I'm going to show you how to speed read. Read all those books on your bookshelf faster than you ever thought possible. Check this out. The average person reads 200 to 250 words per minute. There's no reason that you shouldn't be able to double, triple, or even quadruple that with these very simple steps. The first key to reading faster is number one, when you get the book, read the table of contents, read the review, read the chapter summaries. These are often the most important things that the author wants you to get from their text. So by reading these, your brain will be aware and looking for them as you read. Next, don't sub-vocalize. In other words, whenever you read, don't say the words to yourself. Don't read to yourself. Even if you're saying them very softly to yourself, the act of saying them is going to slow your reading speed down. Do not sub-vocalize the words. Some people will even chew gum to keep themselves from saying the words as they read because there's no other way that they can fight that. Studies also show that if you listen to music, especially classical music, when you read, it's going to improve your reading speed. I don't know why this is. Maybe because classical music relaxes your brain, but whatever the reason is, listening to music while you read, it has been shown to speed up your reading speed. So get some Mozart or Beethoven and read faster. This next step of forcing your eye to move across the page by using your finger or a pen is the most important part of speed reading. Whenever you see a sentence and the sentence says, "The boy ran to the store," most people will read that sentence this way: the boy ran to, the boy ran to the boy ran to the store. In other words, it's called visual regression. What your eye is doing, is it's going back and it's reading all the words that you've read before. And it's doing it so fast that you don't even realize that you're doing it. And that is the biggest thing that slows you down when reading. It's the visual regression, your eye bouncing all over the page. So instead, whenever you read, take your finger or take a pen or a pencil or a marker or a highlighter and read with that and force your finger or force that pen across the page. That forcing the pen or your finger across the page and then force your eye to follow your finger. That alone should double your reading speed because your eye is not bouncing all around. The next key to speed reading is learning to see groups of words. For example, if you see the three words Statue of Liberty, you've seen it so many times and you know it goes together. Your eye is trained to see that phrase as a group, Statue of Liberty. You're not reading Statue of Liberty as individual words. If you can learn to do that and learn to see in groups of words as you read, it is going to speed up your reading speed. The next step to speed reading is to read the first sentence of each paragraph and read the last sentence of each paragraph, but kind of zoom through the middle. And here's why. The first sentence of each paragraph often tells you what it's going to be about, and then the last sentence of each paragraph sums it up. And if you read those two and then just kind of zoom through the middle, you will probably get the gist of that paragraph. And the final step to speed reading is go faster than you think is possible. When you're using your finger or that marker and you're pushing your eye across the page and forcing your eye to follow your finger, go faster than you think is possible. You will be amazed at how much you can remember and retain and the speeds that you can go at. But the important thing is to push yourself and go faster than you think is possible, and you will be reading faster than you ever thought before. One of the biggest things in speed reading is you need to know how fast you're currently reading so you can gauge your progress. Click the link right here and I'll show you how to calculate your reading speed, or you can
Okay, so did you see that? That's very nice. And I'll tell you something. Oh, okay. Who had to leave? Eliani?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, if you think if go ahead, there's no problem, Eliani. Okay, so this is important. The speed reading is something that, well, we have to live with it, right? Um, so let's see if we can apply that to the test. Okay, so you saw the idea of how it works. Um, and I was as I was watching the video, I saw a part that reminds me of something, but I let me see if I can find it. And oh, yeah. With this one, I was seeing this part here, and you see, this is important because sometimes when we read, when I don't know if any of you does it, but you're reading and you're reading a paragraph and it says the computer is a tool that some people. If you read like that, of course, I mean, you just by vocalizing the thing, you're gonna be slowed down. And I remember when I was taking the ICFES, las pruebas del Saber Pro, when I was taking pruebas del Saber Pro, there was a girl, I don't know where she was from, but she was reading. I mean, she was next to me and she was reading everything aloud. And I was, oh man, I cannot believe I'm next to this girl because she's reading her stuff aloud while I was taking the las pruebas del Saber Pro. Can you believe that? Man, that was so, I mean, it didn't help. It didn't help. Didn't help at all having that girl next to me reading aloud. So that's a recommendation. No, yeah, that was super annoying, my friend. That Ephraim, that was annoying as hell. You cannot believe it how, but I think I did pretty well with it. I don't know. I don't know. You tell me if I did right or wrong with this one. Let me check. Mm, the score I had was. I don't think it wasn't that bad. I had. You can see it there. It wasn't that bad. I think. I think I could have done better, but I don't know if you can. Can you see it there? I don't know. It wasn't that bad. I think it could have been better, but that's what I got. Anyways, uh, Everett, you think I did well? I don't know. I I think I
Yeah, I think you did good because you are above the 83% or 83 like rest of the students that took the test. So that's a pretty good result. Yeah, don't be mad about it. Yeah, it's a pretty decent result.
okay. Yeah, well, but believe me, it wasn't easy because I got this little girl next to me reading everything aloud. So as I was trying to concentrate myself in reading, she was reading all her stuff aloud, and I didn't even say to her, stop, because I mean that's it's not gonna change it. She's not gonna stop doing it because that's the way she reads. But man, I gotta tell you, yeah, it was distracting, frustrating. It was terrible, but I think I didn't do that bad. Anyways, let's continue with the test. You remember you saw the tips for speed reading. Use a pen. If you can use a pen, that helps because you're not going back. And just don't read it with your mouth, and don't think of what you're reading. Just don't think of the words. Think of the message. Okay, so let's continue with the test. Okay, let's start. Okay, who wants to start with this one? Ephraim, maybe.
Let me be clear about this. As you know,
all students are allowed to put up notices in the school with all sorts of information which may be of interest to other students. And I must say, some of you take great care to produce really artistic notices. Now, the school rule on notices is clear. They may be displayed only on notice boards provided by the school, and any notices placed anywhere else will be immediately removed.
So, any of you?
Let me be clear about this. As you know, all students are allowed to put up notices in the school with all sorts of information which may be of interest to other students. And I must say, some of you take great care to produce really artistic notices. Now, the school rule on notices is clear. They may be displayed only on notice boards provided by the school, and any notices placed anywhere else will be immediately removed.
Okay, so that was the listening. Which one you think is the answer, the correct answer? Maybe Efrain, Natalie?
Oh, yeah, I think that what the school headmaster is telling the students is where to display the notices, the place where they must be displayed. So the answer is the third one.
Where to display them. Very good. That's the correct answer. Let's continue. So pay attention to this one. You have 10 seconds to read.
So here's your room key, and I've got your passport details. Now what about parking?
My car's just outside the hotel at the moment, so I'll have to move it. Would it be all right to leave it in the market square overnight?
You could do that, but I wouldn't recommend it. We have our own garage under the hotel. It's just €5 a night. We'll park it there for you if you like.
Oh, great. Here are the keys. I've already taken all my luggage out.
So here's your room key, and I've got your passport details. Now what about parking?
My car's just outside the hotel at the moment, so I'll have to move it. Would it be all right to leave it in the market square overnight?
You could do that, but I wouldn't recommend it. We have our own garage under the hotel. It's just €5 a night. We'll park it there for you if you like.
Oh, great. Here are the keys. I've already taken all my luggage out.
So what do you think is the correct answer? Outside the hotel, in the park, or in the hotel garage?
I think in the hotel garage.
That is the correct answer. Very good. Let's continue with this one. For this, who wants to read here?
For these questions, choose the correct answer. You have 45 seconds to read the question. You will hear the recording twice. You will hear a woman giving a review of a digital camera, the Rolex DX15 on a radio program.
Okay, so let's read mentally all the possible answers, okay?
The product I'm going to review this week is a digital camera, the Roxel DX15. It's hard to criticize a camera you can buy for $110, a real bargain for anyone. You simply can't expect greatness in all features at that price. A low-price model will probably be fantastic in some areas, and it does look stylish, but other things will have to be lacking. This is certainly true with the DX15. The body of the Roxel DX15 measures 91 millimeters wide by 56 millimeters high. It's 28 millimeters deep and weighs 128 grams, so it fits easily in a pocket or a small bag. Its silver body is a combination of metal and plastic. It's strong enough not to get damaged from being banged around in a bag, so it's great for keeping with you in case of unexpected photo opportunities. The only problem is the design of the little door on the bottom of the camera, which covers the rechargeable battery and memory card. It slides open a little too easily, even sometimes while you're taking photos with the camera. It's also very easy to put the battery in incorrectly because it's not clear which way round it should go. All the camera control buttons and dials are on the back of the camera. The dials are small but turn easily, and they don't move when you're pulling the camera out of your pocket. However, all the buttons are really tiny and sometimes need to be pressed more than once because of this. Let me talk about the camera functions. Finding your way around the menu system is extremely simple. It has most standard functions and the added advantage of face detection. That's where the camera finds faces in a picture and adjusts itself to the best settings for the faces. And this function works quickly and accurately. But we think users will miss having guidelines for photograph composition, not available on this model. Picture quality is about what we expected for this camera. It's definitely better than the cameras you get on phones, but it's certainly not great. In all conditions, the photos it takes lack sharpness and detail. Colors and white balance are satisfactory, though it has some problems in the blues. In conclusion, the Roxel DX15 is relatively cheap and easy to use, making it a reasonable choice for those who want something of average quality that doesn't cost too much. However, if you can afford a little more, the Roxel D120 is a much better choice, with improved picture quality and performance. Those who don't mind a bigger camera could also take a look at the Proto P10, which costs about the same as the DX15.
Let's listen one more time.
The product I'm going to review this week is a digital camera, the Roxel DX15. It's hard to criticize a camera you can buy for $110, a real bargain for anyone. You simply can't expect greatness in all features at that price. A low-price model will probably be fantastic in some areas, and it does look stylish, but other things will have to be lacking. This is certainly true with the DX15. The body of the Roxel DX15 measures 91 millimeters wide by 56 millimeters high. It's 28 millimeters deep and weighs 128 grams, so it fits easily in a pocket or a small bag. Its silver body is a combination of metal and plastic. It's strong enough not to get damaged from being banged around in a bag, so it's great for keeping with you in case of unexpected photo opportunities. The only problem is the design of the little door on the bottom of the camera, which covers the rechargeable battery and memory card. It slides open a little too easily, even sometimes while you're taking photos with the camera. It's also very easy to put the battery in incorrectly because it's not clear which way round it should go. All the camera control buttons and dials are on the back of the camera. The dials are small but turn easily, and they don't move when you're pulling the camera out of your pocket. However, all the buttons are really tiny and sometimes need to be pressed more than once because of this. Let me talk about the camera functions. Finding your way around the menu system is extremely simple. It has most standard functions and the added advantage of face detection. That's where the camera finds faces in a picture and adjusts itself to the best settings for the faces. And this function works quickly and accurately. But we think users will miss having guidelines for photograph composition, not available on this model. Picture quality is about what we expected for this camera. It's definitely better than the cameras you get on phones, but it's certainly not great. In all conditions, the photos it takes lack sharpness and detail. Colors and white balance are satisfactory, though it has some problems in the blues. In conclusion, the Roxel DX15 is relatively cheap and easy to use, making it a reasonable choice for those who want something of average quality that doesn't cost too much. However, if you can afford a little more, the Roxel D120 is a much better choice, with improved picture quality and performance. Those who don't mind a bigger camera could also take a look at the Proto P10, which costs about the same as the DX15.
Okay, what do you think? Who wants to answer the questions really quick? Woman says that because the Roxel DX15 camera is cheap.
Yeah, well, for me, I think the right answer is the first one. It has fewer features than older models.
I think that's the correct answer. What about the second one? What does the woman dislike about the body of the camera?
She said something like its battery,
That's
the
correct.
design of its battery, and the CD
That's
card.
that's correct. That's correct. Its battery compartment is badly designed. What about the next one? What is the problem with the camera controls?
Well, the buttons may be difficult to operate because they're too tiny.
That's correct. That's correct. What does the woman say about the functions that the camera offers?
There is easy to use. She said something that is easy to
Exactly,
use.
yes, because they, yeah,
Include the face detection.
because it
I
doesn't include guidance. No, there is face detection, and yeah, so definitely this is the function menu is easy to use, right?
yeah.
Okay, the next one, please. Next two. She thinks the picture quality this camera gives is
That would be consistently less than perfect.
that it is the correct answer. What about the last one?
Well, I think that she doesn't discard the model, but she says that if you have more or if you can spend a bit more, you can get a better model.
So you think it's B?
Yep, I think so.
I think so. I think the same. Very good. Okay, let's answer this one really quick. James made a great. Here on the bottom are the options. Which one do you think it is the correct answer?
I think it's effort.
That's correct. Next one. Click on each gap, then choose the word or phrase which you think fits best. Moving pictures were invented by the brothers. Who wants to read? I want any of you guys to read.
I would
Mr.
like to read.
Moving pictures were decided by. Is
Go
someone
ahead, go
talking?
ahead,
Or
go ahead.
read?
Yeah, read.
Oh, okay, okay.
Javier.
I'm gonna. Yeah. Moving pictures were invented by the brothers Louis and Auguste Lumiere at the end of the mm, 19th century.
19th.
19th
Yeah,
century.
19th.
Yeah, 19th century. Move, movies very.
You have on the bottom, you have the choice for this particular space.
Yeah. Read the answer or continue the reading.
Oh,
Or
yeah, just make it make Choose one. Choose one. Choose one of these.
Okay. It's very. I think that is very weekly or early.
Yeah, because if you read here
Mm,
very immediately, now very fast, that could be a possible answer, right? Or very quickly. I don't think it's
weekly,
very
yeah.
early. What do you think, Efrain?
For me, it's very quickly.
I think it's very quickly. So let's give it a try with quickly. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So
Continue.
continue reading, Javier. Movies very
Okay.
quickly.
Very quickly became popular all over the world. In 19, 19,
1907.
1907?
1907.
Oh, 7. Yeah, okay. 1907, the first studios were built in a
Okay. I'm sorry. There you go.
okay,
There.
in a
We're built.
location or side of angels.
I think it is district. What do you think, Juan Pablo or
District
Efrain?
of
Yeah, because they're talking about Hollywood, a district of Los
okay,
Angeles,
a
Mm,
called
yeah,
Hollywood.
of Los
yeah. I might say that it's district because Hollywood, it's quite wide, quite big. So district could fit like the definition.
Let's put
okay.
district. Very good. Let's continue reading, Javier.
District of Los Angeles called Hollywood. It was perfect place close to many kinds of natural scenery. Mm, company, industry, company, trade. I think maybe company,
I'm
industry.
sorry. I'm sorry. There you go. There you go. I'm sorry. Yeah, you have to select the square where the space where you're gonna place the word, and then you have the. I'm sorry. There are the correct options for this spot. Okay, so let's give it a try again.
Maybe at at the 1920s.
What do you think, the rest of you guys? Maybe Efrain or Juan Pablo?
But
I'm sorry. We still have Natalie here. I thought Natalie had was gone. I'm sorry, Natalie. Natalie, if
Yes,
you
I have some problems with connection, but I'm arrived again.
it's okay. It's okay. So let me know what do you think the in this spot, which one you think it is. Javier says that is what did you say, Javier?
At at the
At
19th, 20,
1920, at the
1920s. Yeah.
1920s. What do you think, Natalie?
Buy. I think that buy it can be the best option.
Buy. Very good. Buy, because buy is before, right? Buy is before, and after is
Okay.
después. ¿Sí? Buy es antes. O sea, antes de los 1920s o por los 1920s, pero ese es por los 1920s, es antes de. Okay? By the
Okay.
1920s, Con- yeah, continue
Uh,
reading, Javier.
Tutor,
Please continue.
Tutor, I think that I disagree with that opinion. Mm.
Why?
Because because when we use the preposition by and we refer to a time, a period of time, we just try to mean that at that moment or in that period is not completely defined, but it's a more general period of time. So we use the preposition by. Not it's before the 1920s, but during the 1920s, right? So we can replace by. So for
Okay. No, no, no.
by.
Yeah. 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 I mean, yeah, you're right. But you never use by is uh whatever happens at that time or before that time, but never after. Okay? That's what I meant to say. And you're right. And
All
I'll tell
right.
you
Right.
I'll tell you why, Efrain. I'll tell you why, Efrain. Because in a we have in a manual that says it specifies that when you're gonna cross a point crossing the Atlantic, they say if you're crossing it by, let's say, 6:30 in the afternoon, by, and when they specify by in English means before. That's what I meant to say. I didn't want to confuse you, but that's the way it works.
Okay. Well, that's because it's using the aeronautic language, right? So yeah, I kinda got it. Yeah.
Exactly. And if you are born in the States, you understand that the word by means por los años 20, pero años 20 significa en o antes, no después. Porque es que mucha gente
Yeah.
piensa que by es, no, es que fue después también. O sea, como, está como por esos años. O sea, antes y después. No. Es en ese punto o antes, justamente en ese punto
Yeah.
o antes, pero no después.
Para el
Not after.
1920.
Yeah,
¿Perdón?
I remember that once I was watching a video and the tutor said that it can be around that period of time before but never after because that would completely change the whole setting and meaning of the sentence.
Exactly. Exactly. I'm sorry. And it's good that you came up with clarification of this because most people don't get it. And actually, I didn't get it at the beginning. I said, but why buy? I mean, it could be like 3 minutes after or something. They say, no, no, no. It's not 3 minutes. You pass 3 minutes and then you're screwed. And they say, porque ellos me dicen a mí, por ejemplo, cruce ese punto a de las 6 el punto que va a pasar a las 6:30, crúcelo a nivel de vuelo de 34.000 pies. By 6:30. Entonces uno ya sabe, pero sí, pero entonces quiere decir que lo puedo pasar después. No, donde uno se pase un poquitico después, mejor dicho, se mete en un problemón el berraco. Así funciona. That's the way it works.
All right. That's quite interesting, and I thank you for sharing that because that's something I didn't know.
No, no, that's okay. I mean, I didn't know it either. Y muy bien que lo clarificaras. O sea, de verdad que te lo agradezco, Efraín. Thank you very much. Okay, let's continue reading. Hollywood was the center of the world film. Javier estaba leyendo. Sigue leyendo, Javier, please.
Hollywood, Hollywood, sorry. Hollywood was the center of the world film. That's the words to choose. To choose. Sorry.
Sí, to choose. Those are the possible choices.
Industry, I think. Industry to begin.
What do you think, the rest of you guys and ladies? Maybe Natalie, maybe Ephraim.
Yes, I'm seeing that in those.
What do you think, Ephraim?
I agree. I agree. That's the right word.
That's the right? Yeah. Okay, very good. Continue, Javier, please. Continue reading.
So Hollywood was the center of the world film industry to begin with. The movies has no sound. Words It's in develop.
Ah, this one is tough, right?
Okay, a period. Words appearing
I,
on a screen from
I'm
time
I'm
to
between.
time. The story.
So which one do you think it is? I don't know. I'm thinking about any of these
I
two, but
I think a period. I think that is a period on a
appear.
screen. Or time to explain the story.
What do you think? The rest of you guys and Natalie, maybe, or Ephraim.
Yes, that words appeared on screen from time to time to explain the story.
I think it is that one, right? What do you think, Ephraim?
Well, I think that's the right word because displayed might be. However, I think that before displayed, it might be the verb to be in past. So it would be something like words were displayed on the screen from time to time. But as we don't have here previous verb, I think that the right one is appeared.
Very good. Very good. Okay, let's continue. Okay, Efrain or Juan Pablo or Natalie, you want to do this one, please? This exercise?
Yeah, I want to do it.
Go ahead, please, Efrain.
All right. So two, Silvio from, well, I have two instructions. For these questions, type the correct answer in each gap. Type only one word in each gap. To Silvio from Lars. Hi, Silvio. There's,
Yeah, you have to
there's,
you have to create the paragraph. You have to make up the words by yourself in this one.
okay, so that would be going. There's going to be. All
I
right,
think
there's going to be,
yeah. Go
yeah,
ahead.
there's going to be an extra swimming competition next week and not.
Okay. An extra swimming competition next week and not much, you said?
Well, in this case, I would use much or enough, but I'm not quite sure.
I'm sorry. What's the one you said because I didn't
Well, I
hear you
think
that
I,
one.
I think I think that much is right. However, I would also use enough people, but I'm not quiet or completely sure.
To be an extra swimming competition next week and not enough people. Okay. Okay, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, enough people in the team.
Maybe are free to do it.
Definitely. Very good. Let's continue.
Okay, people in the team are free to do it. James, I think that Jane invited you to swim in 6 races.
So what is that?
Invite said.
Invited you? Invited? No, the U is next to the box.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Invited you.
All right, invited you to swim in 6 races. Is that I think that this would be, is that too much swimming for you? What do you think?
Is that, I'm sorry, is that
That yeah, that is yeah.
Too much.
okay? I think it's very good. Any of you would give their opinion in relation to this exercise? I think it's pretty well. It makes sense.
I'm agree, Mister.
Okay, let's continue with the next one. Okay, Natalie, I want you to read this one, please. I want you to do this exercise. Take the lead in this exercise, please.
Okay, instructions. For this question, choose the correct answer. From Sarah to David. Dear David, hi. The attached picture shows the bridge over the river valley. I can see from my hotel room. Uh, Through the hotels, actually a 20-minute walk of field from the bridge. Sarah.
Okay.
Sarah's hotel looks over a river. The next one says Sarah's hotel is by a bridge. Oh, the last one, Sarah's hotel is on a hillside.
It's on a hillside. What do you think, guys?
Well, a hill it's like a small mountain, a small mountain. It can be uphill or downhill. So it's a place that is next to a hill.
Yeah. So let's read that again. Hi, the attached picture shows the bridge over the dry river valley. I can see from my hotel room, though the hotel's actually a 20-minute walk uphill from the bridge. Okay, so you're looking at the bridge from the hotel, which is higher than the bridge. So definitely the bridge has to be on a hill, right? Or by a hill.
Yeah, I agree because the first option when says looks over, I think the looks over is not the right phrasal verb in this case, so I discarded that option.
So which one you think it is?
The last one,
The last one,
Sarah's hotel
right?
is on a hillside.
Very good. Very good. Congratulations, Natalie. Let's continue. Okay, this is the one. This is the one. This is the toughest one. So, guys, ladies and gentlemen, pay attention to this one, and this one is gonna be the last exercise for the class before we uh, make the closure. And so just read. I want every one of you guys and ladies to read each paragraph using the techniques we saw previously in those tutorial videos and see how we perform. Okay, so remember, first set of questions are related to the first paragraph. The second one is in relation to the second paragraph. So each of you is gonna take a paragraph, and then we'll repeat if there is one missing. We have to repeat. We will, but who wants to start with the first one?
Me.
Go ahead, read please, and try to answer.
All right. Making a career in music. Are you desperate to have a music career? First off, remember this. No one really knows who's going to get to the top. All those talent scouts, those so-called star makers are just guessing. So go into your music career knowing that there's no mystery ingredient. What you need is confidence and appreciation of a good tune, luck, and lots of charm.
Okay, let's try to answer those
The correct,
the correct choice.
correct choice. Is it to be me or anyone
Yeah,
else?
go ahead. I mean,
Yeah, go ahead. I mean,
if you cannot find it, we'll
if you cannot
figure out
find it, we'll
as a
figure
group.
out as a group. All right. So the first paragraph says that anyone who wants a career in music, well, is fortunate if they're discovered by talent scouts, must have self-assurance and appealing personality, and will only get to the top if they have exceptional music skills. Well, I think that B must have self-assurance and an appealing personality.
What about you? The rest of the class think. I think that's a very appropriate. That's a very appropriate answer. What do you think, guys? Fellas, ladies. Good?
Yeah, mister. I think that is the option.
Thank you very much. I think it is. I think it is. Very good. Thank you so much, Efrain. What about you, Javier? Go ahead and read the second paragraph and this one. In a market, right? In a market, and then try to find the correct answer.
Okay, gonna say that. In a market where there is room for songs of every kind, you have a chance of selling your music. The trick is to present yourself as the only person with a particular style or talent. And why not be a bit boastful about it? Don't be shy about the networking with all sorts of people. It's surprising who can help you. Start by playing your music to the owners of local music clubs.
So
The question
what do you
is,
think? Yeah.
how are musicians advised to market themselves? They should have a wide variety of some perform. They should show they are different from the other musicians. They should only contact people they know will be useful to them. I thought that the second one is the nearest options.
Yeah, I think that's the option. What do you think, guys? What do you think, Natalie? What do you think, Efrain, Juan Pablo? Do you think is that the correct answer? Number two?
Number two? I think that's the correct answer as well, because if you want to market yourself, you have to show other people that you're different from the rest of musicians, right? You can
Yeah,
bring
and it
about
says
something different.
exactly, and it says that here. The trick is to present yourself as the only person with a particular style or talent. So very good, Javier, very good. Natalie, please continue reading. Prepare for poverty. We're almost done. Natalie. Okay. Who wants to participate? We're almost done with this one,
I
guys.
want to do it. I want to do
Go
it,
ahead,
Tudor.
Efrain. Go ahead.
Go ahead. All right. Be professional. Take a look at your
No,
website.
no,
If it looks
no.
all
I,
no, I
I The one at the top. Prepare for poverty.
Prepare for poverty. All right. Okay,
It's
prepare
okay.
for poverty. You probably won't be partying with the stars for a while. Get a job or even several jobs. Best of all, seek out music related work. You can play at wedding parties, give music instruction, or write songs to advertise businesses on local radio. This way, you get that added bit of musical experience to boast about at your first audition or interview.
Okay, so what do you think is the correct answer?
All right, while musicians are waiting for their career to start, they should. Well, this is a bit tricky,
It is.
but I think that as we are talking about poverty and related job related stuff, that would be find work that will help them in their profession.
That is the correct answer. And as you see it here, you probably won't be partying with the stars for a while. Get a job or even several jobs. Best of all, seek out music related work. You can play at wedding parties, give music instruction, or write songs. So that's the correct answer. Javier, you want to read the next one, please? Be
Yeah, Miss.
professional. Be professional.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Be professional. Take a look your website. If it look horrible, then it's time to rethink the design. Make it attractive but accessible. It must be straightforward for people to find their way, yeah, around the site, or they lose interest. A record deal is no longer necessarily the first goal. I'm sorry, give me a moment. I lose. Mm, People to find. Well, okay. Make it attractive but accessible. It must be straightforward for people to find their way around the site, or they lose interest. A record deal is no longer necessarily the first goal these days. You can build an audience only first, and then the big recording labels might take notice. The question is, what advice is given musicians concerning their websites? Check. The website should be designed to attract the companies, and an expert should be here to design an attractive website, and the website should be easy to use. Should be easy to use. Mm.
So I think the answer is
Also,
between, yeah, yeah. Go
I,
ahead.
I think the I think the second one to
This one,
to to create an attractive website. Yeah,
an expert should be hired.
yeah,
What do you think,
Yeah,
Ephraim?
I disagree
I disagree.
because the paragraph doesn't mention that.
It's like between the first one and the last one, right?
Yeah, I agree. And it's pretty tricky because both are right.
Yeah.
The website should be easy to use, but as the objective is that you use or design a website to attract record levels, I think that the website should be designed so it attracts music companies, what we call a record label. So I think that that would be the right answer.
Yeah, I think the same. Very good. The website should be designed so it attracts music companies. Okay. Okay. Let's do paragraphs, guys. Ephraim, read this one, please.
All right. Investigate all sales options. You can sell CDs through local gift shops, bookstores, or a heap of other outlets. Who knows? Companies in your neighborhood may even agree to sponsor small tours or concerts you arrange. Be inventive and try your hand at playing in streets or marketplaces to get your music heard. Consider learning about the music business by getting a job with a music company for a while. The industry is dominated by a few major companies. Choose a record label you like and then contact the company asking if they will take you on unpaid for a few weeks work experience. Ask them very nicely and be as polite as you know how. Make sure you enthuse about their music and show a deep knowledge of their artists. If they agree, that will be a step towards your goal.
So which one do you think it is?
Well, the first one, ask local businesses to support events they organize.
That it is, definitely. That it is. Very good. Okay, Javier, the last one, and we'll finish up the class.
Okay, what does the final paragraph say about the working for music companies? The companies do not pay much money to part-time workers. Musicians have to be respectful towards the company's employees have the opportunities to meet in an artist. Let me check. Make sure the artist they will be a step to go. I think maybe musicians have to be respectful towards the companies.
What do you think?
What do you think, Efrain?
What do you think?
You think? I agree.
That's a
I
very nice
agree, but
yes.
yes. I agree,
Yes.
but well,
Yeah.
the companies do not pay much money. Well, the paragraph tries to tell us that if we can take an unpaid job, so well, we are not going to receive any money, right? So also the third one is it's quite true, but the test doesn't mention that or even imply that. So I say that the B is the right.
Yeah, I agree with that. Definitely, that's the answer. Okay, let's see how we did. Ah, it didn't give us
What
it
happened?
didn't it didn't give us a result. But anyways,
Why?
I,
And why?
I
I
don't
don't
know.
understand why not.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
just a test. They're not gonna tell you if we did it right or wrong. But anyways, I'll tell you something. If I were to give you a score, I'll give you 10 out of 10. Okay? Anything you like to say about
thank you
this
so
class,
much.
guys?
No, it was pretty useful, very enriching, and I have to thank you for this space.
Thank you so much, guys, for staying with me for these 2 hours. Thank you, Javier. Thank you, Efrain. This is it. I'll see you next time.
See you next
Goodbye.
time,
See
mister.
you. Have a good one.
Take care. Take care, Juan Pablo.
Hi, teacher. Thank you.